last night? Anybody go to the concert? Are we having fun yet? All right, I want to thank everybody for supporting the show. You should have either seat numbers on your badges or no seat numbers on your badges. If you don't have a number, then you sit in an unnumbered seat. If you have a number, you sit in a numbered seat. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? So everybody's in the right numbered seat? Okay. So do we have any Stargate fans in here? Who was at our show a couple of years ago? We had Gary Jones of Stargate, remember him? Well, we had such a good time with him last time, we felt we should bring him back. So if you get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Jones of STARGATE SG1.
Oh wow, this is amazing. I didn't expect this event to be sold out. Fantastic. Fantastic. It's always good when the crowd's here by proxy. Wonderful. All the numbers are here. It's like, oh, look what could have been. Oh, we're going to have such a good time till 11 o'clock. And it's over. Thank you very much for coming. Like, what are you guys, did you actually have assigned seats? Is that why? Oh, that's so funny. Otherwise you'd all be like rushing the stage, right? You'd all be just lined up right here. I'd be getting bras thrown at me. Fantastic. I always like to take these the opportunity at these little events to do my favorite line that I never ever got to say in 10 years of doing Stargate SG1. And it's this line, just because I'm always behind the glass, I'm always sitting in my chair, never go through the Stargate. So this is what I always wished I could say. Okay, it goes like this. I'm on the ramp, I come through the gate, and I go like this. I don't know, sir. Could have sworn Teal'c was right behind me. That usually kicks off an episode. You know, Teal'c was like, I don't know, sir, he was doing his boots up. We got through, and he should be here any second. And then, you know, we get to do an episode of Where's Teal'c? 10 years of such a, you know, for me, like an amazing, amazing gig. You can't believe that it's gone on for that long. It's been like, you know, I was waiting for my like 10-year pin, like I'm working in the paint factory at Ford or something, you know. Well done, son, you stuck around that long, you know. It's weird, after 5 years, after 5 seasons, which is what they originally signed on for, everybody's thinking, oh, it's, okay, we're done. And then it was like, oh no, we're picked up for another season. Hey, great, cool. And then, you know, at the end of season 6, then it's like, oh, another season. Wow, you're kidding. Oh. And then season 8, really? Oh my God. Season 9, you're kidding me. No, really. And then 10 is like, okay, where's the hidden camera? It was like unbelievable. And of course, you know, at the end of season 10, then it was like, oh, what was funny too was they had this huge party up in Vancouver. MGM and the sci-fi people were up there, like for the 200th episode. Just a massive deal, humongous party. And you know, and the MGM people get up there, and the sci-fi people get up there, and like, oh, thank you so much, 200th episode. It's the most amazing feat. You guys are fantastic. It's the best show. You canceled. By the way, you canceled. So that was weird, you know, because everybody was like, hey, good, this thing could go on forever. What? Sorry, what was that? Oh, okay. Big event hosted by Don S. Davis. Don, I love Don. Miss working with Don. How are you, son? Open the R's. I never knew in 10 years what Don was saying to me. I used to follow the script. Oh, that's what Don said. Speaking fluent Don. Iris, Stargate, open the Stargate, the gold. Just pick out key words. Oh, I think we're in trouble. I think we're okay. I think once we open the Stargate. Peter DeLuise once got me to, I don't know if I ever told this story, but he told me to, after the cameras finished doing a scene with Don and I, he said, Peter DeLuise came up to me and he said, okay, we're going to do the scene again. This time, just improvise. Just tell Don Don to open his own iris. It was the first time. It was like the first kind of my first venture into gag reels. You know, like the gag reels where they just like film stuff that just like never makes it on TV. But you know, and the crew didn't know. Peter just whispered it in my ear, and I was like, okay. And Don just wanted me, you know, action. Oh, open the iris. And he's just standing there, and I go, why don't you open your own iris? Your own iris. So yeah, it's good. Yeah. See me do it enough times. Do it yourself for once. Don was just like this. You didn't break character, but and I just like went on. I just prattled on and on and on. God damn it, you're so lazy. It's always the non-coms that are doing the stuff, and you, the general, you don't know how to do anything. Open the arms, close the arms, open the arms. And then Peter yelled cut, and everybody just like, Don was like, what the hell? Laughed so hard. Oh my God, that was the first of many. You know. And then Peter DeLuise, he goes, hey, Jonesy's pretty funny. Okay, I'll get him to do it like after every scene. Every scene. We shoot a scene and we're like, okay, great, we're done. No, do it again as William Shatner. So every scene I was like, you know, open the iris. Oh my God. General Hammond, the golds are coming through. Everything was like, yeah, my exact lines. I have so much footage of me as Captain Kirk. You know, and the crew just got used to it. It's like, oh yeah, he's doing Kirk again. It's like, oh yeah, Kirk. The first time it was like, oh. Then I think it got to the point where after a while, the crew would go, you know, they finish shooting the scene, they go to Peter, is he doing it as Kirk? Doing it again as Kirk? Oh yeah, let's do it as Kirk. It's like, oh Peter, do I have to do it as Kirk? Yes, do it as Kirk. That was pretty funny. I got so much stuff. But here I am back in Springfield, Massachusetts. I was here 3 years ago, and we have a slightly bigger crowd. Well, there's more numbers. Way more numbers, oh my God. There weren't this many numbers last time I was here. More people, less numbers. Now there's, you know. But 10:15 in the morning, it's kind of an early time to get started. But hey, I'm glad you all showed up. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. You want just a natural pose? Oh, you didn't take it yet? You took it? Okay, good. Yeah. I always usually stand like that. What else can I tell you? The 200th, everybody seems to like the 200th episode where, yeah. That was, I remember reading the script and going, oh my God, like, you know, as I started reading it, I really was hoping that I was in it because it was just so funny. And so I got to the parts where I was like, okay, I'm in it, I'm good. And then I get the call from the Sci-Fi Channel going, you know, hey, we want to do some funny stuff for this little you know, like a special before they air the 200th. So can you do something for that? So I got to like run around asking if I was, you know, am I on the 200th? That was like such a blast. Because I got, you know, you guys saw that, right? Did you guys see that? What's cool about that was the like guys like the craft service guy, you know, the guy that does all the food. I was eating a big cookie, and really fun. Like these people can actually act. They're like craft service guys, and he just was hilarious. So I'm so thankful to people like Glenn, the craft service guy, and Shelley, in the guard hut. You know, as you drive in. They were hilarious. We couldn't believe it. I mean, you can tell when you're filming, like you're just going, like I'm trying to do the scene, but at the same time going, oh my God, she's hilarious. This is gonna kill. This is gonna totally kill. And the crew were like just loved it. And then they called me up and said, hey, we need a capper, you know. So that's when we thought it would be funny to get Bo Bridges, and Bo went for it. And just that little thing that we shot in like 5 minutes on Bo's lunch hour, and Bo was like, you could, like I phoned ahead, well, is Bo okay with doing this? Yeah, but you know, it doesn't want to take too long, you know. Like, so I just went in, because driving to the studio, I just thought, okay, this is how it'll go. Okay. And I get there and I go, okay, Bo, I say this, you say this, I say this, you say this, I say this, you say this. And he goes, yeah, okay. And we just did it in like 2 minutes, thank God, and it was pretty funny. Yeah. Bo was a great guy to work mean, you know, to come on the show and find out that that the new general is Bill Bridges was astounding, you know, and because the guy's a movie star, you know, and but he was like the most down to earth, just the greatest guy, really approachable, and I loved working with him. He was really fun. You know, talked about our kids and school and blah blah. He's like he's just a great guy. He like is not any. He's one of the few people that I've worked with that you know, you go into these various projects and films and you think, oh, I'm working with so and so, I'm working with you know, Mickey Rooney and Nick Nolte and all these people, and you think, oh my God, you know, and they're always like insane. they're nuts. And it's always a huge surprise. You know, Mickey Rooney was like, yeah, you know, it's like, oh my God, that guy was like, he was out of control. It's funny, you know, when you're acting, they take, you know, just to kind of be, you know, be real, think of your head inside the TV screen, don't be too over the top. And man, Mickey Rooney just threw that all out the window. Like, how are you, kid? It's like I was acting to a pirate. That's how he was like the whole time. Oh, it was so funny. Like everything, if you ever, you know, talk to people in acting school, you know, they taking on camera workshops, learning how to act for TV and film. There should be a separate course as how to work with Mickey Rooney. I swear to God, because I went in there, I was like, he did a show up in Vancouver called The Black Stallion. It was this half-hour, you know, drama that was a spring that came out of the film that he did, you know, with Francis Coppola, and he was the horse trainer, but he was like the old crusty horse trainer. And I was on this one episode where I played the vet, where something was wrong with the horse, and I had to, you know, go and see the horse. And so I get there, oh, and I had asked my friend, a buddy of mine who was actually working on the show, can I take, I thought, you know, this would be a perfect picture for me to show my parents. Because my parents, you know, they never believe that you're like in showbiz. You know, you tell them that you are, but they're like, where are the pictures? You know, prove it, prove it. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll get these pictures of Mickey Rooney, and it'll be great. I'll go, hey, look, me and Mickey Rooney, there you go, proves it. And so I tell my buddy who's working on one of the crew, he's one of the crew members, and he goes, yeah, let me just tell you something. As soon as the scene's over, you've got to get those pictures like right away, because Mickey is gone. He's like off the set. I'm like, oh, come on, the guy's like 900. How fast? How fast can like a 900 little, you know, little short little round guy go? And he goes, you'd be surprised. So I go, okay, whatever. So we get on set, and of course I got all my lines memorized, and we're waiting. You want to get that? We're waiting, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, you know, you just hear this kind of buzz go through the set. It's like, oh, Mick's here, Mickey's here, Mick's here. And I look out, and we're shooting out this big horse stable out in one of the suburbs. Okay. And I look down the track, and it's like the most amazing. It's like there's Mickey Rooney in like a safari suit with cowboy boots on, and he's just walking like this, like 100 miles an hour, and there's people running behind him to catch up to him. They're like, oh, Mickey, and he's just like, come on! He's walking like this, like, walking like this, and he gets on set, and he's like, okay, let's go, let's film. And we're like, we haven't even rehearsed. He doesn't even know how the scene's gonna go. Let's do it! We're like, well, Mick, let's rehearse. And he goes, yeah, okay. And they introduce me to him. They go, hi, Gary, this is Mick. Mick, this is Gary. I go, hi, Mickey, and he goes, call me Mick. So that was how it kind of started. You know, he's got the one eye bugging out at me, and yeah, okay, hi, Mick, and trying to be all kind of low key about it. And I haven't said to him, I want to take some photos later. Don't mention that, but so he goes, let me see a script. And somebody shows him the script, and he just goes like this. Yeah, okay, let's go. Like that was Mickey learning his lines. Just like, yeah, yeah, okay. I've been like up the night before, okay, I say this, Mick says this, okay, memorize. Mickey just like comes and glances at the script. He kind of roughly knows what's happening in the episode. It's hilarious. If I was a writer, I'd be like appalled, right? Because, yeah, whatever. Hands the script back. And then they just yell action, and Mick just starts talking. Okay, Doc, what's wrong with the black? Do you know anything? And I'm just looking at him like, what the hell is this? Like, you know, when you're in a play or theater, or TV, you're always waiting for their line. It's called a cue line. It's called a cue line. You hear that line, then you know your line's next. Well, I'm Mickey Rooney. It was like, no such thing as cue line. He just keeps talking. So what do you think, Doc? Is something wrong with the black? I'm waiting for my cue line, and I'm just looking at him. I'm like stunned. And I just hear, cut. Problem, Gary? Director, it's obviously my problem. I was like, yeah, sorry, brain fart. I say to the director, because you can't go, well, I think Mickey's insane. Is Mickey insane? Because I think that's what is happening here. I was just staring at Mickey's insanity. So they go, okay, let's go again. And it was like my first scene up with him. I was like so embarrassed. Like I'm thinking I can't even say my lines back to him. They're like, who's this putz that we hired? Can he? And Mick's just looking at me. Then he comes up to me after and he goes, yeah, kid, listen, I don't really know the script. Don't worry about that. I'm just gonna paraphrase and I'll just keep talking and when I stop talking, you come in. That's acting with Mickey Rooney. When I stop talking, you talk. Just try to look for a pause. I was like, got it. Okay. Next time we go, no, what's wrong with the black? You think the black's gonna die? And I was like right in there. But the only problem is like my acting was like not even on the same planet as Mickey's. You know, he's like waiting, and I'm like, well, you know, I think that the black might have a problem with his heart. And I'm like fading into the distance. It's just like wallpaper. I mean, I saw the finished product, and I'm like, oh my God, I suck. Compared to Mickey Rooney, he sort of raises the bar up here. I'm like, where am I? I'm not even in this scene. Yeah, I said, I think the black needs looking after. And he's like, oh yeah, So after we worked for like the entire morning, I'm thinking, okay, I still gotta get this picture, right? And so they yell, cut, Mickey's gone. He like vaporizes. It's gone. I'm like, I say to my friend, where's Mickey? He goes, told you. So I go, I gotta get the picture. And I brought a camera with me. He goes, here, take your camera, go, fast. He's probably at his trailer by now. And I'm like, well, the thing's like a mile away. And I just look down the road, and there's Mickey, you know, just see this little ass bobbing and like, Bob's got cowboy boots, and he's gone, like, a little dust trail behind him. And I'm like, oh my God, so I go running after him. And by the time I catch up to him at his trailer, he's been in the trailer, he's changed, and he's coming out. It was like some weird time travel thing with Mick, you know? Bear in mind, he spent the entire morning working with me, right? He's looked at my face, he's seen me, we've just connected. He sees me with a camera, and he goes, oh, Jesus Christ, and he just starts swearing at me. Just swearing, and he's like, oh, for Christ's sake, goddamn photo. And I go, you know, it's okay, Mick, it's okay, don't worry about it. It's okay, it's fine, don't worry. Don't worry about the word. He goes, oh, God, come here, give me a goddamn camera. And he hands the camera to a production assistant, and he goes, here, take the photo, take the photo. Arm around me, grin like I'm his son. I'm just like this. I'm like in one of those bad Steve Martin movie posters. You know, it's like me and Mickey Rooney, this crazy old man, what's happening? You know, and he's just like this. And then the production assistant goes, okay, one more for safety. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? Don't be insane. And he goes, oh, one more for safety, for Christ's sake. And I'm just like completely shell-shocked. And then he just gets in his limo, driven by his brother, cranks up the sound to, you know, the theme tune, the Cats. And it just drives off. It was like the most surreal moment. I was like, what was that?
Gary Jones, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh! Yeah, I'm good. Oh, you came to rescue me? Oh yeah, I know.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Good morning, Springfield.
Oh, don't try to get the energy out.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Hello. Where the hell were you?
On a plane at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you were in bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just woke me up 15 minutes ago, so good job. Thanks for ringing them up anyways, Gary. How are you, Springfield? Oh, bro, it's not easy, is it?
What are you doing?
That's my schedule. I'm hitting the ground running here.
You're gonna know it's okay. Tell that story.
We work together all the time, as you can see.
Never do.
As you can see.
Never
do.
Never have. Never
Well,
have.
he's on SG1, right?
Yeah, off now.
Oh, yeah. Did we have to come up with that?
Well, they already know.
I like the macaroni story. I was listening to that.
Yes.
You do get thrown in with some absolutely crazy types, don't you, in this business?
Yeah, not at Stargate. I mean, I hadn't really been my experience on the gate, but other projects.
Yes, indeed. And you don't know what you're gonna get, and you show up in the morning, and there's Shirley MacLaine, and Shirley MacLaine says, "So this is gonna be my light here, right here." And it was, you know, on most situations, you get to meet the actor on a read-through on the day before. But in a lot of them, when you're sort of in the kind of category that I am, it's you're thrown into the pool and swim with the sharks.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a similar experience too with Katharine Hepburn. Worked with Katharine Hepburn, and she was like, "Whoa." It was a scene where I drove like one of those new Central Park horse buggies,
Yeah.
and she's supposed to steal it. She's like 1,000, right? She's like
And in a pantsuit, probably.
no, she was in one of those like, you know, those like sort of old lace, black lace, kind of like, you know, she's like, oh, and she's like really weird, and she I'd never been in this, you know, you think you're with a massive movie star, like an icon. And I look behind me and there's this gigantic set of cue cards.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Katharine Hepburn's reading cue cards? That's weird already.
Could have been worse. Could have been taped to the back of your head.
and so we're waiting for the scene to happen, and she just looks at me and she goes, you know, and the lines are like, they're like, her lines are in red, mine are in black, right? So she knows what they're in. And she goes, whose lines are in red? And I go, oh, those are you're the red line, Miss Hepburn. She goes, who's got the black lines? And I go, well, those are mine. Yours are the red, those are my lines. And she goes, who speaks first? And I go, well, you speak first because you got the red line. And she goes, and then when do you speak? And I go, I speak right after you, I've got the black line.
So here you have it, folks. Gary Jones taught Katharine Hepburn how to act.
Exactly. I never thought of it that way. It was like, and she goes, and when? He was like, literally, when do I stop talking? It was like, well, at the end of your line. I don't know what else to tell you other than like, there it is. It's right there.
How did the scene turn out?
Oh, just ridiculous. I mean, come on. Katharine Hepburn, it was like me going, hey, come back! She's, she's got the horse. Hey, giddy up! Oh. And when they filmed it too, this was hilarious. They filmed it. They had a horse attached to the thing, and the Teamsters came in and they had to get the camera in to look up at her. So the horse had been there for ages. This big drugged horse, you know, like. Because the thing couldn't move, otherwise Katharine Hepburn might fall off the buggy, right? So the horse is like so doped up, and it's just standing there pooing and peeing. And like one of the Teamsters' jobs is like, go get the poo. Clear the poo out of the way.
Foreshadowing.
Get the poo out of the way. And so the horse is just like, oh my God. And then they go, well, we gotta get the camera in here to get this shot of Katharine. So let's get rid of the horse. Move the horse. So they go, okay, so like about 5 guys come in, go unbuckle the thing and, you know, like hold the horse and did all the straps and the buckles and whatever. Takes like 10 minutes and she's staring at it. Katharine Hepburn's just staring like this at the whole thing, like right in front of her, and she's watching it, and they finally lead this drugged horse away and everything's cool and it's all empty. And then she looks at me and she goes, where's the horse?
You never know what you're gonna get.
Never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get. How you doing, Springfield? Massachusetts.
See, I looked up here and it was like, I was just laughing. It was like all these numbers. Like, that's why they're sitting. They're sitting in assigned seats.
Really?
Yeah. They
Well,
could
how
have-
about you just get up and move around? There you go.
Oh,
Hey!
classic.
Well
Well done.
There's
Well
a
done.
free thinker.
Hey, do you guys have any questions? Are there any questions for either of us? Oh, question right there. It was, what film was it? It was called This Can't Be Love.
This magic moment.
This Can't Be Love. And it was,
The horse taking a crap.
and it was filmed with Katharine Hepburn and Anthony Quinn. And it was like, that was
And
the,
Gary Jones.
that was the love interest.
He was behind the horse.
Anthony Quinn and Katharine Hepburn. Sparks.
Is that Stanley Park?
Sizzling, yeah, Stanley Park.
I bet.
Yeah.
Hello over there.
Oh, does the computer that I sit at respond to the actual, like, does it operate the gate? No.
I can answer that question.
Yeah. You know what? That means that's a fantastic question because it means that we've done a really good job making you believe that. No. You do?
Really?
Really?
Could you give those to me? I'd like to see some.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know it's absolutely not connected. It's like ancient equipment. It's like bought from like Boeing, 1972.
Yeah, they're defibrillators from the 50s.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
The stuff looks fantastic on TV as the camera swishes by. It's all lit up with blinky lights and stuff. But if you ever look at it, like you ever stand next to it, you go, this is like.
Yeah, I don't know if you have it on your show too, but we have a separate guy that cues all of the crucial changes
Yeah, we
that
do.
are supposed to be there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
those very rarely happen at the time that they're
Yeah.
supposed to happen.
I know.
That's also fun to do. The universe runs on Macromedia Flash too, by the way. It's true. It's all Flash animation. Gary, you take a question. Let's take turns. Shall we take turns, Gary? Is that a good idea?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. You have a question right there. Hey, David, go for it.
When you auditioned for the role of Dr. Lane, did you think it would run this long? And what's the most fun you have on the set?
Heavens, no. Did I think it would last as long as it did? No, you never do. As an actor, you're just sort of, you do what you can, you go, it's day job. You show up, and that particular episode was 38 minutes. It was the very first one that they cast me for, and they were looking for a Russian scientist, which is a sort of generic Eastern European wash that is applied to all sorts of scientists that wear glasses and have stubble, I guess. and
You can't get razors in Russia.
yeah, I know, it's crazy.
You don't want to line up too long.
I know. And then when you do, it's a hockey stick or something. So yeah, so that started as that, and then they found out that I've got heritage check background, I speak check. So when I got the script, it ended up being Dr. Zelenka, and that turned into turned into an episode the next time, which is Suspicion. The roof comes off, and Brad Wright was at the monitors, and he sort of said, "This is the kind of character we're looking for." So it was happenstance, it was luck, and it was quite lovely. And your second part of your question was? Hate it. Horrible. Especially when you have to work with people from SG1. We never have. Actually, I did a crossover on one of your episodes called Pegasus. Thank you.
Oh yeah. I should remind you, if you've never been to these conventions, you don't ever have to think of the titles of the episodes.
Thank you.
It will be provided.
It was on the...
It was on an
Thank
episode
you for that.
called. It's like. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We fool around a lot. The second part of your question. I get to pick now. Yes, sir.
On your guys' test, do you have any like funny button or funny facts that have things like maybe translate from another language, like one of the you have to 3 hours or
The closest thing that we have on SG1 or had was.
that
I have to now speak in the other tense. Yeah. It is on my computer keyboard. I'd show up sometimes, and they would have rearranged the letters on the keyboard, and it says like Gary Jones sucks. It totally does that. And I'm like, hey! And everybody goes, I don't know who did that. It's always the crew members who do that. They just put things like that. Other than that, they don't really have too much.
We've got the Napoleon Dynamite doll. Martin Wood plays with that all the time. I don't know why. And that was Easy Button from a department store.
That was easy.
As if it ever was. As if it ever over in Video Village.
Yeah. No, nothing really on set though, because a lot of times they have to, they don't want to. They're filming it, so they don't want anybody to. You guys would go. Hey,
They film
I
it
know
on your
that.
set?
Yeah, they do. They
This
film it.
film?
Question over there.
Can you compare what it's like to be on the set of STARGATE to like when you did Andromeda or other shows like that? What the different sets are like, the attitude?
You talking about me? Yeah. Did you do Andromeda?
I didn't, but I did a show called 7 Days, and Vancouver's kind of sci-fi central. Galactica shoots across the street from us in the Vancouver studios. There's any number of different sci-fi shows, both Rest in Peace and one still going. 7 Days, Jake 2.0, all these that were. You remember those shows? Wow.
Sci-fi crowd. Sci-fi
Oh
crowd.
yeah. I'm seeing them.
You guys actually
And they had the
watch
benefit,
sci-fi?
they actually had a breakfast.
Sliders.
They've done sliders.
I know. I did Sliders like a million years
Did you
ago.
really?
Yeah. And that was another weird experience. I got that show, and they said, yeah, it could be a recurring character because they go to different, these alternate universes, and they have the same people crop up in these alternate universes as different characters. But they were going to have me back, so I did like 3 episodes, and the one I did. One episode I did was, I did my thing, and then they brought me back for another one. I thought, oh, this is cool. And then between the second and third episodes, they changed all the producers. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they said, well, you have to go in and re-audition. Oh, it so sucked. I hate because yeah, David, you'll agree like how bad auditions suck. They're awful.
Yeah.
Auditions are the worst. What you want to do is just go into the thing, go, you know what? If you just give me this part, I'll kill. I'll do really well. But just give it to me.
First.
Don't make me go through the agony of auditioning because they're awful. So I already had the part, and I had to go in and re-audition to a bunch of producers who were like, looking at me like, well, why do we have to bring you back? And I'm like, wow, because I was in the other 2, and there was mention that I might carry on, and they're like, yeah, okay, well, go ahead. And they basically made me do the part, and they sort of grudgingly gave me another episode, and then they moved the entire production to LA. So it's like
500 years in the future.
they were like trying to tell me something. They're like, we seriously don't want you. Do you understand? You got an episode, but now we're moving. We're moving everything. Don't follow us. Stay here. You're not on this show.
Go, shoot. Yeah.
But working on Andromeda was great. That was a lucky one because Peter DeLuise was directing that. He originally wrote the part for his brother. No, he didn't write it. He was directing it, but it got written. He cast his brother David in it, and David couldn't do it. And then, just as in the world of Hollywood and showbiz, they go, yeah, it was originally written for my brother, but you know what? You'd be fantastic.
After my brother, you're the next person I thought
You
of.
were absolutely totally the second person I thought of.
Yeah.
And so I got that part, but it was great because it was a big part, and I got 5 days on it. And so to go in on a show and do 5 days, it was just a blast. It was great working with Peter. And it turns out that Steve Basic, you guys know Steve Basic on that show? Steve Basic lives on my street. How weird is that? I kept thinking, who's that big, hunky guy walking around the neighborhood with no shirt on?
It's Gary Jones.
With a mirror. Yeah, so Steve Basic lives on my, so I got to meet Steve on the show, and yeah, it was fun.
Hello. on that like during the Subway commercial. Have you been on the internet? Haven't we all? Haven't we all? I had an ad for the Subway restaurant chain, ladies and gentlemen, in a place called Cochrane, Alberta, in a lovely part of the world called the Kananaskis. They pulled me up there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was -16. And the script called for -16 Celsius, which is about the same Fahrenheit. I think they sort of meet down there, don't they? When it gets that cold, it's just cold, is what it is. Yeah, and I knew things were amiss when in the gloom of early dawn, the first thing I see is like firefighters and nurses, which are there for me. In case, you know, hypothermia sets in, but, you know, you'll be safe. Yeah, and the script called for, because they were introducing the toasted sandwiches, so the script called for things being hot. So cars would melt and things would melt, and of course I was so hot that I had to take all my clothes off. On a frozen Alberta lake.
Did you really?
Yeah, happens all the time, Gary. I just eat something hot and the clothes start coming off. I'm not gonna attempt it.
Shrinkage.
So it was, the answer to your question is, it was very cold. No, that doesn't happen.
Yes, right there.
Commercial lobsters, frozen. Gary's going, what the hell is
Hey,
this?
this is good. I'm just. It's like the living resume.
Lobsters, yeah, lobsters. That was Jim Henson Muppets and Associates that brought out the retractable arm that came out of the pot of boiling of water. That's for the terrace and lobster ad. Yes, where I'm boiling a lobster in the kitchen. And yeah, they flew this guy out, this puppeteer from Chicago or something like that, out to Vancouver, and the guy was like strapped in with all these things for the guy was big and the lobster was only about this big. And so he had all these different movable arms. They put the lobster in the water. It took them hours to figure out how to get it to go. So then they just jury-rigged like a popsicle stick in there. So you know, the simplest solutions are always the best. Is the moral of the lobster story.
I worked on a show called a film called Snakehead Terror.
Wait, did you run to that? Oh man, I auditioned for that show.
Did you?
Oh, Snakehead Terror. Yeah. Did you read the script? Did we win it? You would have read
I
the
was in
script.
it. I was in it.
Yeah.
I was in it. I was eaten
Was
alive.
you-
I was eaten alive by a bunch of snakeheads. Oh my God.
I hate when that happens. You know, you get up in the morning, you think you're okay.
Did anybody see that film? A couple of people saw that film? You know, my death scene, I don't know if you noticed, but I had to get rid of some evidence, like some canisters of human growth hormone, stuff that I poured in the lake to make the snakeheads big.
Stuff that you had in your fridge.
Yeah, stuff I had in my fridge. And I had a couple of canisters, like about this big, that, like that you keep like orange juice in. And they dug a pit. I was supposed to just dig a pit and bury them. Well, I dug a pit up to my waist. It was like a crater that a plane had crashed into. I go, why would I dig a crater this big? Well, because we need to put the snakeheads around, and it's all, it was all going to be CGI'd after. Oh my God, it was hilarious. But they added computer-generated fish afterwards. But while I was there, being like lying on the ground being eaten, there were a couple of snakehead puppets. Snakehead puppets. And I had to meet the snake. I know. And it's so funny. These guys come up to you and go, this is the snake that's going to eat you. And you just go, okay, whatever. And the guy just jams his hand up the snakehead's ass and just puts his, it's like a huge slimy sock puppet, just like that. And he just like goes like just feasts on me, And then there was another guy with some triggers and some wires, and the snakehead would just go like this. Oh my God.
There's moments when you're lying there going, I can't believe I'm doing this. And you say, I hope they have a really good CGI department, because there's no way that looks
Well, that's how they spent all the money on CGI. And the director just kept going, more blood. Can we get more blood? Can you give us more blood? They were just like pouring blood on me. Pouring. It was at night. I was freezing.
See, you didn't bleed enough for them, Gary.
I didn't bleed enough. But you know what? That's one of those gigs that you get this, like your agent says you're auditioning for Snakehead Terror, and you go, oh, come on.
I know, don't you love those calls? The agent calls me and goes,
And I go, I don't want to audition for Snakehead Terror, but then something turns when you just go, oh, I gotta be in Snakehead Terror. I have to be in Snakehead. Like, it goes from like, do I really have to audition for Snakehead Terror to have they called? Have they called? Because I really want to be in Snakehead
Do
Terror.
you know Jerry Plunkett, main
Yeah.
character? He got the great one in Snakes on a Plane when he gets devoured from the top down.
Jared Plunkett was in Snakes on a Plane?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it.
He gets a good one too, where he's devoured from the top down. Yeah, it's a great one. What are you gonna do today? Gonna get eaten by a pterodactyl. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all puppets.
Yes, sir.
What kind of back? I know
That you were like destined to be fried in an electrical surge at the control and actually found a permanent home.
Oh, at what point did I realize that I had a permanent home? Never.
Never.
I never knew that I had a permanent home. There were a couple times where I got like really scared. I read the scripts and it said, I'm just, because you know what you do, you just read through for your part.
No. I don't know what
Yes.
you're talking about.
David is such a liar. David and I are the same. We come in for a day. We're not contracted players. They don't sign us for the season. They just go, season 10's happening, and you're in some episodes. So when you get your script, you just whip through it, going, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where's my line? Oh, I've got sometimes I go through an entire script, and all it says is, control room's in the background.
I don't know, Gary. I read them and I cross-reference them to all the other ones that I've read, and I rewatch DVDs, and I don't know. This is an interesting approach that you take.
Yeah, no.
Looking for the.
I can't go back on this. It's out in the open. I just go, where am I? Where am I?
No, I'm kidding.
And a couple of times I just get through it and I just read, because I haven't read what's led up to it, but I just go, the technician lies dead. I'm like, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. I see gets killed, gets shot, blows up, and I just go, I went up to Martin Wood and I go, what the hell? I'm dead. I'm killed? He goes, it's a computer game, bonehead. Read the script. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'll read the script. Then I just read the script and it's like, oh, I'm still alive.
It's just in another reality.
It's in another reality.
What would it be like if I would have
Yeah,
died?
totally,
I
yeah. Or they go, it's a dream, bonehead.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Because hidden on page 5 is, and he falls into a dreamlike state, and then the rest of the script.
And the rest of the script is that. I didn't read that though. I just went, where am I? Where am I? Falls dead. Oh my God! The game's over.
It happens like that.
No, it's like, you just have the kind of you just have a gut feeling, the goodwill of the producers, and that can go on. No, it can go either way. I was on season 1, season 2, I did season 2 I did 14 episodes, season 3, 3 episodes. They brought in a whole pile of technicians to try everybody out, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out of this gig, because now they're trying out. But then they brought me back in season 4, and then they kept me, and then I became the guy. So it was good, but I never lost that feeling of I could lose this gig, I might not get back. And I became friends with the directors and other actors, and I go, so season 8's picked up, and I hope I get on. They go, come on, you're on. And I go, no, you don't know.
Yeah.
You just have no clue. If the producers decide that they want to kill you off, or they don't want to use you as much, that's it. That's the way it goes. You can't complain. Save for David. Yes.
Who's the biggest practical joker on the Atlantis set? I think between the however many of us that are on any given day. I mean, when Hewlett and I are together, we fool around so much sometimes that it's a wonder scenes get done. We don't stop sometimes until the clap report goes. This is a good one. I can tell you what happened that I actually wasn't part of, but I thought it was really funny. They pulled this one on Paul. Joe did this one on Paul. They were outside in Langley, which is where we do a lot of our off-world stuff is all in Langley. I don't know why. And and he had his medical kit with him, and they had to run up this rise and look, and that was the end of the tank. And they kept having problems with this. They kept having to do it over and over again. And so whenever they come to the bottom, Joe would put an extra stone into Paul's bag. And by the end of the 15th take, Paul was like, oh man, what is in this bag? Getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Putting rocks in his bag. Yeah. That was funny. Paul gets the brunt of a lot of it. Poor old Rachel does too. I was just in Australia with Rachel. I understand she was here last year. Did anyone see her here last year? Was she sweet? She's fantastic. So yeah, we had good fun there too. So she gets a lot of practical jokes played on her too.
David Nykl, I think our time is up.
Is it? Are we getting flashed by something?
Paul's over there going like this.
Oh, Paul, how are you?
He's not doing it now. He's just saying hi.
Hi, Paul. How many more questions? Give us a number.
One more question.
One of us. Let's add one. Make it 2. One for Gary, one for me.
Let's make it 6.
No.
No.
Okay. For me. How many permanent Atlantis sets are there? We're in stage 5 with the gate room, the control room, and Weir's office is all one complex.
Isn't that stage 6?
Is that stage 6? You guys are stage 5?
Yeah.
5, okay, so that's stage 6. They're right beside each other.
Yeah, we're canceled, so you're just taking over.
Oh, you'll be making movies. And then they'll be making movies. SG1. The FX stage where we have our puddle jumpers and the Athosian Village. I think we're in like 3 studios and we've got like 6 sets. That's the fast answer. Hey.
One last question, and then we're
Then we're
in the next room. Okay, well listen, thanks very much.
There's one.
Oh my God, you totally saved our asses. I would love to work with David. I have not known David, but obviously I like hanging out with him, and it would be fun to work with him. There's no projects on the horizon.
We've got an arm wrestling scene coming up in the next episode.
For me, one thing I've done is like I do many different things: write, host, write comedy. I've written scripts. I've been a sitcom writer. I've written drama for television. And right now, I've got sort of in development a show that I would host and write that's going to be pitched to the National Geographic Channel about watches. Thank you.
Wow!
Pretty cool.
Thank you very much,
Thanks a
ladies and
lot. See you guys.
One more time for Gary Jones and David Nykl, ladies and gentlemen. One more time.
I need to buy these things. I need to spend my money here.
I love that one that Marvin Rush, our DP, directed. With, you know, I don't know the names of all these.
These little Jedi mind tricks will get you every time.
Oh, we don't more essentially, we just want the
I
money.
always forget the name of them because I hated the name.
Oh yeah, Python.
All right, so everybody having a good time? What do people think about the new setup? Everybody like the new setup? Thanks to Greg Hazard back there. We have a late guest that's not even here very time. Ladies and gentlemen, Claudia Christian from Babylon 5.
I don't think he's happy with me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's very upset at me. You'll never work in this town again, baby. Springfield is Ixnay for Claudia. How about fan-run conventions, huh? These are a lot better, aren't they? Fun, fun, fun. Now this is not going to work if nobody has any questions, because I'll be off the stage in about 5 seconds, so. Who's starting? Oh, too late. No. Yeah. What new show? I did Broken News, Star Hike about 2 years ago in lovely Bristol, England. That wasn't a joke, actually. It was the dead of winter, so I suppose I should be a little more bitter. But let me just start with my name, Captain Belinda Blowhard. Need I say any more? It's a comedy, in case you didn't get that. My faithful robotic companion is Dottie KY. Yeah, they really went to the sort of the dredges of comedy to produce this show. When I first read the scripts, I thought, was this written in crayon? It was puerile and sophomoric, to say the least. That was the good part of it, actually. Now, I don't know why I said yes. I think I wanted to move to England, so I think that's why I said yes. I'm just teasing. It's a fun show, and one of the best parts of it is the cast. Jeremy Bullock is in it. Any Star Wars fans here? Yeah. Boba Fett. Did he even have any lines in that movie? No. She's like 2, and I know them both. I know them both by heart, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Would you like to recite them? If you get this, honey, I'm giving you anything you want. Oh, an expert. Okay. Oh, girl fight, cat fight. Damn, come on. The beer is much stronger in England. That's probably why. Anyway, Star Hike, back to the original question. This is what's going to happen with me. I go in, not even circles, they're planets. And I never come back to Earth, so. It's a series. We did 6 episodes. I'm the captain of this motley group of people that are very devoid of any sort of personality or emotions until we get hit by the proverbial alien shockwave thing, I have no idea what it is, but we all turn into chocolate-eating, lascivious hoe cakes. Somebody's gonna watch it, right? Yeah. No, honey, you're just a hoe cake. No, chocolate-eating hoe cake. I'm not gonna tell her parents that, that's for sure. Let's get off that subject real fast. There are children in the audience. Hold your hands up if you're under 18. Oh, screw it, nobody is. Just those 2. I can swear all I want. Who's next? Okay, thank you very much. Go for 3 first. This gentleman was first. Yes.
Have you spoken to J. Michael Straczynski recently? And is there any...
You're fired. You are so fired. Yeah. No, that is like, okay. My 5 worst questions. What was your favorite episode and why? You're presuming I read the scripts, first of all. Just kidding. Yeah. Best practical joke, and have you spoken to JMS lately? No! Have you? Sorry?
He won't take my call.
He won't take your calls. It's funny. No, I actually wrote the new Babylon 5 novel that's coming out next year about Ivanova, what she did when she left. And it's on his desk, and he's supposedly greenlit it, so it will come out, but God only knows what he's going to do in the editing process. I made myself a bloody hero. And why not? She's Empire of the Universe. No, I made her fallible, sort of. Well, come on. I mean, I had to give her a hero's ending. Marcus is still frozen, so. Didn't get any booty in this book, but I figure there's a sequel out there somewhere. Yes, sir. The fellow who had his hand up earlier. Yeah. Don't you like the way I just got through that question very, very sort of diplomatically? when what I really wanted to say was, no. He can. Yes?
I'm a fan of the Anne Meigs books that you did with Audible.
Oh, thank you. Annie Meigs, yeah, she's a great character, huh? A gun-toting, meat-eating broad. Yeah. Sort of like me. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I did a series of books called Anne Meigs, and she's an intergalactic cop. Audio tapes, yeah. Yeah, well, nowadays it's CDs. It shows my level of nerdism. I'm still on an 8-track cassette player, so I can play my Journey albums. Woo! Hey, yeah, I'm a Journey fan, see? Yeah, that and my Camaro, right? I'm off already? Oh, no, it's not. Something I said? Yes, sir.
Any plans to do any more music CDs?
Any plans to do more music CDs? Why, 5 bad ones weren't enough for you? Well, bring them on, Claudia. Sing more mediocrely. No, I actually, I've had a lot of fun, especially the last one, because I've worked with Bill Mooney now, 3 times on CDs, and yeah, he's great. That man can play a mean guitar. And they were all wonderful experiences, especially the one with the other B5 members. That was a lot of fun. It was just a constant party. But I don't have any other plans to embarrass myself anytime soon. Thank you. Sorry? Why am I at a fan con? That's a damn good question. Yeah. If you don't want to embarrass yourself, why are you at a fan con? You guys don't seem to be embarrassing yourselves. I think it's wonderful. Sorry? I did indeed, yes. I heard that Jules' husband Matt did a mean rendition of Great Balls of Fire, which frankly I would like a repeat performance later on, but yeah. No, I was asleep. I took the red eye, so a little bit knackered, as they say. Who else? There was a gentleman right here. Yeah. Do I remember? How can I forget the Highlander? I got to cut a man's head off in a burning ring of fire and say there can be only one. I mean, come on. And of course, there was my favorite line of all time was the reference to the Kama Sutra. So you've read it, I posed for it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. That was my dream job. I was so hoping to get that spin-off. Instead, that Q-Tip got it. What's her name? The one who boffed Clinton. You think if I would have slept with the president, I would have had the spin-off? No. Not my type, anyway. As a president, yes, he is my type. Don't get me wrong. Thank you. The only other Democrat in the entire room. Okay, so we are well represented. That's good. Highlander was amazing. We shot in Paris, just outside of Paris in the castle. I got to stay in Paris. It was incredible. I had a medieval flashback. I got to use a really bad accent of unknown domain. But we didn't want to be specific, so just do something that everyone will go, that's not anything. That's for me. Tell them I'm busy, please. Thank you. This reminds me of, I just did the Edinburgh Festival, and during the room was tiny. I mean, tiny. Thanks, nice talking to you, never too busy. Love you too, babe. I got you, babe. Yeah. Anyways, the room was really, really small. And this woman in the front row was like a, sort of violent moment of the play, and her phone starts going off. And I just sort of went, for a long time. And she thought it was part of the play. So eventually she went, hello? So, yeah, I'm used to it. Kicked her out, though. Then I kicked her ass afterwards. Spent a couple nights in a Scottish prison. It was great. Anybody else? Not for ass whooping, just for questions. Thank you. Look at him. Damn it. Good ass whooping from Claudia. Yes. Get in line, honey. Ladies dominatrix, you know it. That's his stage. Yes, sir.
How was it working with big stars like Andrew Cancela and Walter Tony?
I didn't hear that.
How was it working with some of the big stars you worked with on Babylon 5, like Andrew Cancela and Walter?
Andreas, who we lost recently, yeah, that was horrible. And there is no Babylon 5 curse, by the way. It's just an unfortunate event that 3 of our cast members have passed away. It was wonderful. I mean, I have to say, once Bruce Boxleitner came in for season 2, it was just a wonderful set to work on. The levity and the jokes and everyone had a great sense of humor. Everybody argued with each other. My favorite Babylon 5 story is that when they wanted us all to sign a sexual harassment contract because somebody had charged somebody with a guest star or somebody made some references to one of the actors sexually harassing them. And so we got all in trouble. So we were supposed to sign a thing saying that we would not look at each other's nether regions, we wouldn't touch each other's areas, we wouldn't make any lascivious comments. And you know what? We all refused to sign it. They said, what's the point of coming to this job if we can't fondle each other? and it was quite funny because we all took the papers unsigned back to the producers holding each other's you-know-whats. I went, you know what? One guy with his hand on my butt, Jerry, Richard in front of me, as I'm sort of from behind, and we went, we're not going to sign this. Bye-bye, we're just going to our trailers to have sex. Yeah, it was like, come on, you can't ask actors not to flirt. It's like asking, well, I won't go there. Anyway, who else? Come on, people, don't be shy. You've already gone once. Let's get this gentleman, and then Mr. Green first. Green shirt. Steve Austin was just a practical joke himself. I mean, I love that guy. He's made an entire career out of being the ambassador that wore the suit that never said a line in 4 years. You have to love this man. Steve Austin is a fantastic stand-up comedian, in case you don't know. And he was the Poc Marat ambassador with the, horrible. The ones that are supposed to smell, I didn't say it. The only thing that smelled bad on the set was the bones. Bill Mooney's bone after 12 hours would start to smell like rubber. Yeah, it's not good. Burnt rubber, actually. No, you couldn't really take the piss out of the aliens because they were there so early, and they were so overworked, and they were very serious. The human makeup trailer was, butt slapping and O.J. Simpson trial yelling and all that stuff, and arguing, and 2 Republicans and the rest of us Democrats. Didn't want to start Jerry Doyle on politics. Do not ever get him started on politics. We would be in fisticuffs by the end of the makeup session. So there you have the human trailer, and we're playing like Led Zeppelin and just great music and 70s rock and roll, and then all of a sudden you go to the alien trailer and everything is like Yanni. Or who's that annoying Irish woman? Enya? Oh, if I have one more massage in my life and I hear that bloody woman call, come up with a new tune, honey. They all sound exactly alike. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, they were always listening to classical music and very, very mellow, and all of the makeup artists spoke very quietly. And in our trailer, it's like, just sit down and shut up, Claudia. Because I hated getting makeup put on. I was so grateful that I wasn't an alien. I did prosthetics once in my life, and I'll never do it again. I played a beat-up woman in a short film, and I had a big fake eye over my eye. Oh, it was horrible. No depth perception, you can't see. I did not covet their jobs at all. And I mean, Andreas and Mira had to get in there at 3 in the morning. I ain't getting out of bed at 3 in the morning. It was like Spielberg's the director. Anyway, so yeah, that was a big difference. They worked harder than us. What can I say? Who else? Oh, who was it that had their hand up? Yes?
I wonder if I could ask about a specific scene, favorite Ivana moment, business where she's negotiating with the ambassador, alien, and then...
Oh, yes. Yeah. I promised to have sex with him, yeah. The boom shaka laka laka, and then I faked it, yeah. No, don't ever ask me to do that. I will kill you. No, I will seriously kill you. You realize that they had to have film in the camera, and they had one chance to shoot it because I refused to do it twice. It was so embarrassing. No. That was a one-shot deal. When I read that and I saw what she was doing, I said to Joe, so is somebody choreographing this for me? And he said, no, you're doing it all, honey. He was mad at me, I think, that it was. It's like you start reading the scripts. Oh, I'm bisexual, okay. Oh, both my parents are dead, and my brother's dead too. Great. Okay, I'm still alive, great. That was my other practical joke that I played on Jason Carter. He was being annoying and being anti-American in his sort of way one day. Yeah. So I got an advanced copy of a script, and I walked through the hallway reading it, and I ran into him and went, I'm so sorry you die in this episode. I gotta go. And he went crazy. He went to Joe's office in tears and everything. Oh, Joe, oh my God. As it turns out, I was prophetic. Because 2 episodes later, he was dead. I felt so bad, but it was really funny. In a sickly, perverse way. I was like, whoa. I guess it must have given Joe the idea when he came and he went, don't kill me off. Joe went, not a bad idea. This is good. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for the idea. Yeah. Where were we? I can't remember what we were talking about. Huh?
Have you heard the Russian dub of that dance scene?
The Russian dub of the Boom Shakalaka Laka scene?
The woman who does your voiceover had no idea what you were doing. She does it as a monotone. Da. All da.
No. Oh, instead of yes, yes. Oh, no. No. That's so not When Harry Met Sally. That's so no. That's horrible. No, is she really? I think I've been with people like that. Yeah. No, they weren't. Maybe they were. I can't remember. Actually, it all kind of blends together once you hit a certain age, doesn't it? Anyone else? Yes, ma'am. You know, only me could you say, you know that movie where you play the male alien trapped in the stripper's body? Sort of like saying, do you remember when you played the transsexual in the legal show? Which one? I have played transsexuals on every legal drama. From LA Law to whatever the other law, family law to... Maybe it's The Voice. What? She's talking about The Hidden. She's talking about, was it fun to shoot the gun? Actually, the LAPD gave me lessons, and that was fun. But when they brought up the Uzi and the Steyr, I was like, oh. Now I know why these guys are so butch. You can't not be butch when you're holding a Steyr. I mean, yeah, bring it on, baby. Just the noise it makes. Can I do that again? No, isn't it anybody's dream to shoot up a cop car? I don't want that speeding ticket. Hang on. Thanks, boys. Doing a good job. Next. Yeah, that was fun. That was a great job. That was my first film, actually. Well, it was technically my second, but I don't count the first one because they dubbed me over. It was a film called Mad About You, and the director got angry with me because I didn't sleep with him. Do you blame him? And thank you for getting the joke. 10 minutes late, but that's okay. Anyway, so he got his girlfriend, who had a very bad list, to dub my entire role over, and I'm the lead in the film. So I have this Mickey Mouse high voice. Put it this way, I think my nephew was about 2 when he saw the film. I don't know why. I think my sister-in-law had it or something. And he goes, "That's not Cece." Even he knew, because the girl, she talks like this. Through the whole movie, I'm like this. Doesn't suit me at all. So I don't count that movie. So The Hidden, technically for me, I say that was my first film. Yeah, which was fun, wearing butt floss and a smile in front of an entire crew for the first time in my life. Woohoo! Hey, Mom would be so proud. Sorry I didn't go to medical school, Dad. Can I get a little half change here? Thanks. Yes, sir. Where were you when the guy asked the question? Oh, you just walked in. Okay, that was question number 2, I think. And I said, no plans right now. I won't go into my full thing, 'cause unlike the rest of them were on time. And what's your excuse? Pictures. Okay. That doesn't work, really. Who else? Turquoise Man. Green man, meet turquoise man. Have I been typecast as a bisexual Russian Jew in space? I don't think so. I have to say that's the only time I've actually played one of those. I must say that no. I've only done maybe 4 sci-fi jobs in my life. One of which, oh come on guys, Maniac Cop 2. How bad do you have to go to do Maniac Cop 2 in Hoboken, New York? Yeah. With Robert Zadar, one of the most unfriendly men in the world. No, not Zadar, Davi. Zadar was nice. He's the one with the big chin. Don't laugh, it's a steroid thing. It's huge. Have you seen it? Dudley Do-Right, hello? He admits it. You can't really get around it. It's like, what is that? Ooh, no. No, it's like having a second head. You can't go, well, no, that's not mine. No, that's just something that grew last night. No, it's just a rash. No, so I really haven't done much. I did Highlander, which is genre, and this thing called Space Rangers. I did 1 episode of that, and then I did B5, and that was it. Out of, 300 jobs? It's a very small percentage. So no, I'm not typecast as a bisexual Russian Jew in space. But I'll try to be. Yes, ma'am.
I really enjoyed Winging a Prayer.
Oh, you're the only one who actually enjoyed that movie. Oh, you're actually the only one who saw that movie. Woohoo! Let's hear it for her. Yeah. A Winging a Prayer. Yeah.
No, I really loved it, and the intensity and everything. I was wondering, was that just strictly from script? Did you visit a control tower, or?
Do you know? I bet nobody here knows that that's the reason why I didn't do season 5 of Babylon 5. Because I was contractually obligated to do Winging the Prayer, and I got the lead, and Babylon 5 wouldn't give me in writing that I could have those days off to shoot the movie. It was only 10 days.
Well, it was great.
And that's why I didn't do season 5. Bastards. You should rot in hell. I'm sorry, that wasn't me. That was the earlier girl. She's rubbing off on me. Thank you. It was just it was a very quick shoot and we were all stuck in a little room, and yeah, it was fun though. I had a good time. You know, my co-star was nice too, so yeah, but yeah. Wow, that was heavy. Okay. Yes. Lady, you're gonna have to scream, honey.
Do you still collect your swords?
Do I still collect swords? I collect all edge weapons, from walking men to daggers, but unfortunately, because I moved to England, they're in storage in Los Angeles. But, you know, hopefully someday I'll get another house in the States and I can drag out my weapons. I polished them all before I packed them, though. It was lovingly. Yeah, it was very sad. Yeah. I love my knives and swords and daggers and double basket hilt. Sorry. Yes, sir. How many weapons do I have? Well, you're looking at 1. Yeah, baby. I love these 3. They're like, woo! Sorry about that, sir. I have about 36 double. No. Enough about that. Come on. I have about 30 swords and 20 other various implements. I had 2 guns, but I gave them away when I moved to England. Because nobody has a gun in England, actually. That's why there's... Oh, there is still crime, sorry. I'd like to think... No, my boyfriend's English, and he's somewhere probably around here, so yeah, he's probably going to kill me after this. It's okay. They're just, you know... Yeah. But I do enjoy weapons. I don't think I've used them on anybody, although I do a bit of sword fighting, because I am a Renaissance fair geek, so... Yes, our clan is called the Clan McStagger. Why walk when you can stagger? Why stagger when you can crawl? And my name was Trouble McStagger, so you can see where... We had Bogus McStagger, Mountain McStagger, he's a big guy, and I was Trouble. I'm not going to get into that nickname. Yes. I am in regular contact with the other cast members from B5, yeah. Pat Tallman had a party for me because I came back to the States about, 2 months ago. So I think about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, she had a nice barbecue, and Walter Koenig came, and Bruce and Melissa could not make it, but and Jerry lives in Florida now, but there were a bunch of people there. It was fun, yeah, and I'm pretty close with Mira and with Billy. Yeah. I wish Jerry still lived there, because he was fun. Yes, sir.
Any talk or rumors about a B5 movie?
The rumors about the B5 stuff were that I know that they approached Peter Jurasik to do the new little short film thingy or whatever they are, like mini pre-Babylon 5 stories,
Right.
shot in Canada or something like that. I don't know. Honestly, I've heard so many rumors over the year that I'm gay, that I'm, well, that's true. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was drunk. Shut up. No. Nothing counts when you know. That there's a new B5 movie that this was the best one, that they were doing a Babylon 5 movie, but they weren't going to use any of the original cast. This is just after the series ended, and Drew Barrymore was going to play me. Yeah, what? And who was it that was, Gary, what's his face, was cast as the captain. Not Gary Cole. No, Gary. What's up, Liz? What you looking at, Mama? No. Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman was supposed to play. Hello? As pearly white smiling Bruce Boxleitner? Didn't make any sense whatsoever. How am I doing? Okay. Yeah? He's just like, keep talking, woman. Okay. Yes. Do I have any movies coming out? I'm off to do a movie actually in Bucharest. So that is going to be my December job. And then I wrote the novel, the B5 novel is coming out next year. It's about 90 minutes long. You're presuming I've read the script. No, it's CIA, cops, Eastern Europe. You know the story. It's a job, okay? It's a job. And it's not Maniac Cop 3, so I'm happy! Woo! There's my Woohooers right there. They call you the Woohooter girls. Oh, joking. Anybody else? Yes.
I have a question. You said you go to Renaissance fairs. Do you totally dress up and do the whole thing?
Did I dress up for the Ren Fair? Hello? You're talking about a closeted drag queen here. I mean, I'll dress up for nothing. No. I used to dress up either as a Highlander, like a Scots boy, or I went as a wench, depending on my mood, with whips and cat o' nine tails and nice. They used to have a kissing bridge in Southern California Ren Fair where you can have a seat, sir. Oh, somebody stole a seat. Security! Oh, there you are, Dave. I just like saying that. Security! Nobody moves. It's great. I can be dead by now, people. What? Look at him. What do you want? Don't break a sweat, Dave. It's okay. I'm fine. I got everything under control. As he said to me earlier, if it's important, I'll do it. I didn't hear the silent biatch after that. Love you, Dave. Love you. Love you like I love myself, Dave. You said different. There's a lot of perverts in this room. I love it. Woo! Yes, he's raising his hand. I'm one. Oh, yeah? Oh, you have a question. Oh, right. He's a pervert and he has a question, damn it. Yes. There was not a Russian accent. Everybody said that. I was just uptight. I was playing her as the new kid on the block and being very sort of nervous and trying to be ultra, by second season she's boom shakalaka. I mean, so no, there was no Russian accent. I swear to God, there was no Russian accent. Because what? Blame it on the director? We get a different director every week. No, it's because my real accent is Russian and it's coming through. Very bad 1960s bad movie Russian accent there. Yes. No, I did not have an accent. So, you're wrong! What?
Actually, that was my question. Was it just starting off and you just...
Oh, look, I just sucked in the first season, okay? Is that what you want to say? No, I really didn't have it. They never asked me to have an accent. Do you want to hear a piece of trivia? Do you know who almost got cast as Ivanova? Who? You do know? Who? Iman. David Bowie's wife, the model. Iman, yeah. Iman. She's hot, let me tell you. Yeah, she's tall, yeah. The reason why Tamlin Tomito didn't get hired to do the series is because she was too short. Because the men were all 6'3", 6'4", they wanted somebody statuesque. Which I am, so there you go. Why I play transsexuals all the time? Yeah. Bitter party of one. Thank you. No, I'd like to actually not have the unibrow for this role. Thank you. Yeah. Actually, when I did Family Law, they wanted to make me prosthetic arms. I kid you not. Yeah, to make me, like, buff. And I said, have you seen a transsexual? They're more feminine than I am. They're more feminine than any woman that you've ever seen. They go out of their way to be feminine. Well, I shouldn't have used me as a comparison, but what are you laughing at? Anyway, yeah, very, very strange. How did we get on that subject anyway? Iman. How the hell did that come up? Oh, the accent, right, you. Pain in the ass over there. The pervert with the question, yes. I have never been to the Maryland Renaissance Festival, but I heard it's staggeringly good. I hear the upstate New York one is the all-time best. Northern California used to be the best until they bought it and turned it into a golf course, and now it sucks. And Southern Cal used to be great until somebody bought it and Disneyfied it. No kissing bridge. It's all about families and children. I'm like, get out of here! Stop drinking meat and shagging each other. I mean, please, you go to a Ren Fair for a reason. To have fun. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Have you done any cons with Jason? I've seen Jason.
Jason Carter and I have done cons. Yes. Oh yeah, we've done cons together. You're comparing us now.
I've seen him a couple of times, and he's always come with,
Yeah, he's a wild man. Well, I do remember Bob Kremer and I at 3 o'clock in the morning in a Marriott in some state, which I can't remember what it was, singing duets with 12 fans and lots of Grand Marnier. And that was a wicked bad Sunday, let me tell you. What's your name? Shh. Say it quietly, please. One more rendition of Feelings at 4 o'clock in the morning. Do the Sonny and Cher again. Okay. I got you, baby. Over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Aren't you guys lucky? Hi, Holly. Holly's worked for me for 13 years. Yes, applaud her for putting up with me for that long. Hey, Holly! Yes, you did it! You're almost home free. No, your indentured servitude is for life, baby. She also handles other actors, but no one quite as special as me, right? We have a long history together. She actually is my memory. I'm like, Holly, what was the convention we did? Oh, right. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, sir. In the future, water on the stage, please. Hello? Dave? I love giving him a hard time. Yes.
I heard you had almost gotten the part of 7 of 9. If that's true, do you any regrets about not getting
Did I almost get the part of 7 of 9? I didn't even audition for Star Trek. I've only auditioned once for Star Trek, and that was for a Borg Queen or something like that, years ago. But they didn't hire me, the assholes. So bitter party of one. No, I actually never did anything in that universe. I don't think they were really into hiring Warner Brothers P5ers. But they brought us in just to torture us, put us through the audition process. Anybody else? Come on, guys. Okay, I'll ask you. Look on the face. Oh, all right, Claudia. You really have been gone, haven't you? Even while he's been sitting here, he's not here. He's still in the photo line. Ladies and gentlemen, the man without a brain. I love you, baby. No, but they're going to show it many times at the NEC. And there's a rumor that it has been picked up by somebody. I don't know because I've been in America for the past 2 months, so I don't know any news. But I'll find out when I get to the NEC and I'll give you a shout. How's that? Better yet, we'll put it on the website. That's easier. Then we don't have to exchange numbers and no petty jealousies and that kind of thing. Yes, ma'am. That was what brought me to England in the first place. That, in fact, that I was just utterly burnt out on Los Angeles. 25 years in La La Land. One more blonde with fake boobs walked into me. Are you proposing? I expect a ring and some knees, lady. I'm not married. Pulling it off. Not anymore. That was the fastest Mexican divorce I've ever seen in my life. Watch this. It's over. Just a family ring. That's all. Mom, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, but there's not a whole lot of acting gigs I can get in Massachusetts. I can just visit you guys every week. We can have the ultimate fan convention every Sunday in somebody else's living room. Watch old episodes of B5. I can actually know what I did 10 years ago. Oh, that's what people mean when they say Ivana was God. I thought they think Ivana was Claude. Yeah. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Okay. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Can't see. Sorry. Will I do another Maxim spread? I didn't even know I did one. I know I did FHM. I didn't do Maxim, did I? Are you thinking of Playboy? No, I think taking your kid off once in your life is enough. Yeah. Besides, I'm never going to work out for 3 hours a day again. Funny story behind that one. We shot it for a week, and then I went to England and drank copious amounts of beer with all my friends, and they called and said, "We have to reshoot it." Wait a minute! I was in perfect shape, damn it! Yeah, so they had to come back, and I was like, damn. But anyway, they paid me a lot of money. Anybody else? Yes.
Have you been to the New York Red Fair?
No, I haven't been to the New York Red Fair. Have you? Yeah. It's good? Hey, look at the smile on his face. Is that where you guys met? you, they're still kissing bridge? Is it a fondling kissing bridge? It's not long enough. Well, it depends. I mean, some people, 30 seconds. Not you, sir. I didn't look at you when I said that. God, sensitive, you over here. Where did you guys meet? Six Flags Great Adventure. Jesus. That's how long have you been? But you're like 12. You're 25? She says, sounding like a 4-year-old, I'm 25! Trust me! You're adorable. Look at her, she even laughs like a little girl. Oh, God. Well, congratulations on your wedding and all that stuff. Yeah, well, there's another guy back there, yes.
I heard you almost got the role in Speed.
I did almost get the role in Speed. Boy, what a cock-up that was. I was this close to $20 million paychecks. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Thank you. Yeah. I think I'm done. No, it got down between, I think, two or three of us. That was, not that I'm bitter, but I don't think Jesse James is that cute. That's her husband. Yes. And his ex-wife's a porn star. Anyway, next question. From porn star to Sandra Bullock. I don't see it. Anybody else? Yes.
There was a rumor that Jerry Doyle basically BS his way into Hollywood.
The rumor that Jerry Doyle BS'd his way into Hollywood. All I know is, and as I said earlier, that he did have the dance theater of Harlem on his resume. He also had some blind school or something. I don't know, it was absurd. And then he said that he was Bruce Willis's stand-in on Moonlighting. And then he said he had an affair with Sybil Shepherd. That's a long story, though. He is a good bullshitter. I'll give him that. So I don't doubt Jerry could do anything. He told me he was a pilot and a this and a that, and I bought it. He was Michael Milchan's right-hand man during the whole scam. I don't know. I didn't read the book. I don't know. Maybe he's a blind sack of... Maybe he's not. Whatever he is, he's funny. He's very smart, so I enjoy him. That's horrible. What if somebody said, is it cool that Claudia Christian bullshitted her way down? No, but she bullshitted her way up on the stage. You have a question, sweetheart?
Yes, Claudia, I do. Out of everything you've done, where would you rank Hex?
Out of everything I've done, where would I rank Hex? I would say it's really far up there. I had a blast doing that movie. The director, Alan Spencer, who created TV series he created? The hell is it?
Sledgehammer.
Thank you, Holly. Sledgehammer. Actually, it was just great. He just basically said, do whatever you want in this scene. And I would go, well, can I do Elvis? Can I, okay, great. Can I do, he just don't tell me, just do it. And I said, okay, great. So it was definitely one of my favorite jobs. It was wonderful. Yeah. Anybody else? Before I choke on my own saliva, I'm so thirsty. Didn't we have a salt lick? Let's just add to it. God bless you. No, I'll take your water. I'm dying. Thank you so much. I owe you one. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Don't ever offer to buy me a drink. Well, that was a good appetizer. Where's the rest? 16 ounces and no, I'm not going to go there. Anybody else? That was fine water, thank you. Yes. Fantasy style movies. I'm just not a big TV and film watcher. I'm sort of a bookaholic. So I'm so bad. Airplanes are the only times I get to catch up on my movies. And they always have that same dark-haired chick flying through the... What's that one with the Kate, what's her face? She was in Pearl Harbor. See how good I am? I'm like my mother. This is my mother is infamous for this. Oh, Claudia, I saw the best movie last week. What was it, Mom? Well, there was a man. And... Oh, wait! There was a car, and he was in the car with a blonde. Oh, wow! That narrows it down to every film made in the past 40 years, Mom. Was it Hitchcock? Was it black and white? Was it color? No, I don't think it was black and white. No, because she had red hair, I think. No. I'm turning into my mother. Thank you. If I start speaking with a German accent, you know it's time. Call it quits, buddy. No, I don't know diddly squat about that sort of fantasy realm. I like epic, historical films, without Tom Cruise in them. No offense, but that Chinese one, I was just like, oh, please. Stop crying. Get off the screen. Yes, sir.
You said you're a reader and you don't follow TV. What are you reading right now?
Nothing, I'm talking to you. What am I reading right now? I I'm really bad. I have like 8 books open. I'm reading a book on Roanoke, the slavery thing. I was reading a book on Pope Joan in the past couple, I don't know. I'm in about 95 books right now. I was just reading Truman Capote's Black and White Ball, the whole story of this. That's one I just finished up at my mom's house. That was a good book. All how it started, how he started the black and white balls and all that stuff. Oh, you trying to give me the hook? He really doesn't like me. He's not even smiling. Oh, he doesn't smile at all. Oh, thank God. Okay. The very unsmiling Paul. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been just a wonderful night. And, thank you. My very small disclaimer, I apologize if I offended anyone, especially the small child Sarah back there. She's only 2, she'll get over it. Thank you very much.
One more time for the lovely Claudia Christian, ladies and gentlemen. Claudia Christian!